Welcome to Slinging the Slang, the video podcast where we take a look at American idioms, slang, jargon, their origins, their meanings, everything from the funny and controversial to the ridiculous. I'm slangman David Burke, author of 30 books on idioms and slang.
And I'm Monica Mauro, Director of Education for an English language school in Southern California, and a lifelong lover of slang. I use it all the time.
And so do I. That is why we are both here with you today. If you've never been with us before, our format is very simple. I know what the subject matter is going to be. Monica doesn't have a clue, which is good slang for has no idea. If you have never joined us before, we welcome you, all of our ESL students, all of our English learners and English lovers. And please, if you have any questions or comments for us, you can email us at david@slangman.com, and we will do our best to answer everything for you. So, Monica, I noticed in the news today.
In the news, yes.
In the news. David. So there is some new business slang in 2023.
Oh.
New business slang.
Out of the office. Oh,
out of the, is it OOTO or just OOO? Out of the, I haven't seen that one yet. Have you seen that acronym?
I do, and I didn't know what it meant. And I was like, what does that mean?
Really? Well, it's like kind of like one of the most common ones now is SMH. Shaking my head. SMH, shaking my head. That's a really popular one now. SMH. Well, okay. So I'm going to give you a quick test, just like 3 words from 2022 that have to do with business slang, and then 3 new expressions in 2023, and see if you can understand them. Okay. So from 2022, here are 3 words, and tell me if you think that they're coming back for 2023. Are they back or are they banished? These are 3 business terms.
Back or banished.
We've done this before with something else. Okay. To circle back. I'll circle back with you. Let's circle back.
You know, someone just used that terminology with me yesterday.
How old were they?
I want to say...
About how old were they? Like 20s, 30s?
If the guys that want to paint my house. Should I circle back? Yeah, you should when it stops raining. Yes, thank you. I'm going to say that it's back in 2023.
You are right. It is back in 2023.
Woohoo!
I'm going to give you 1 point. Okay,
bing.
You're on a roll. We should probably stop here, but okay, we're going to keep going. Okay, I'm going to try not to lead the jury, as we say. Not going to give you my opinion. I'm going to try. No facial expression. Bandwidth. I don't have the bandwidth right now to handle your problem. Is that back or banished? Bandwidth.
Well, I think I've never heard bandwidth used this way, and I think it's hysterical, and I love it. But I'm going to say, since I've never heard it used in this way before, I'm going to say that it is banished.
Gone. Bandwidth. Yeah. I just don't have the bandwidth to help you right now. It means I don't have the time. I just don't have the bandwidth. Yeah, that's been a big popular expression for a long time. Too long. It's gone. Okay. Last one. Is this back or banished?
I'm on a roll.
Ooh, good slang. That's another good idiom. And by the way, we're going to put all of our idioms that we use without even realizing it on our website, slingingtheslang.com, because Monica and I use so much slang, so many idioms without even realizing it. I'm going to try to call her on it every time she uses a slang word or an expression, but I might miss one or many more. Okay, here's a word. It's actually what we call a portmanteau. It's 2 words combined into 1 word. Synergy, which is synchronous and energy. Synergy.
Yes, and I've heard this word being used for it's almost, I think it's permanently in our lexicon.
You know what?
So I'm going to say that it is carrying on into 2023 and beyond.
You know, I think you actually are right. I think a lot of people want to get rid of it, but What else are we going to say? What other synonym do we have for synergy? It's such a good word. It's kind of like the word cool. How can you replace cool? It's cool. Just like
But it has a
synergy.
nice sound to it. Synergy.
Synergy, that synergy, especially when you do that with your hand.
Synergy.
Synergy.
Yes, you must do this.
Synergy.
Synergy.
Okay. Now the new ones, the three new ones that are in 2023. And obviously you'll know what this is. Zoom fatigue.
Zoom fatigue.
Zoom fatigue.
Yes. Oh, yes. You're just now that since COVID and we're working from home and we're Zooming all day long, which is my story, you get tired of being on Zoom. It takes a lot of energy
and effort. You got to kind of put yourself together and look really pretty. And
well, I don't do that, but yeah.
But by
I
the way,
used to.
Wait, I got to tell you something. So I've got a friend of mine. You can change your background on Zoom. Not just a static picture, you can create a video. So I've got a friend of mine who actually created a background video, and feel free to use this, where he's doing this. Then he just leaves, goes to the restroom, or goes into the kitchen, makes himself a sandwich, and then he comes back.
Wait, he posts a picture of himself just posing?
No, a video.
A video?
It's a video. And he's doing this.
Well, he is like out, like getting a sandwich.
Yeah, he's out the door. Maybe he's taking a jog, and then he comes back, gets in position.
Brilliant.
But then he gets in position
I'm
like
do that with my job.
But you have to come back in the same position like this, and then he'll press the button that goes, turn off the background, and then he's just back in place, and then he can carry on
I love
the conversation.
That. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to try that with my other job.
Well, you can
with
do
the
that.
ESL school.
Well, as long as it's the kind of Zoom call where they're giving you information. If they're asking you questions, you just do this. You could be found out. Okay, here's the other word. Number two. So we can stay on one word for the entire half hour.
I could stay on that word for a long time.
Okay, cloudify.
Cloudify?
Yeah, Monica, I need you to cloudify that. You need to cloudify that file.
Well, okay, it's a play on words with clarify, but cloudify sounds like it's vague, like you're almost doing the opposite of clarifying.
Oh, it's no technology up in the cloud. Going to cloudify it. Make sure you save it up to the cloud.
Oh, got it.
See?
Okay. Cloudify. Make sure you cloudify that.
That's cloudify. And this is the most recent one. I was surprised about this one. Have you heard of this? Lean remote. Our company is going lean, Lean, lean remote. Have you heard of that?
Okay.
It's really
pretty
popular
transparent.
now.
I mean, it sounds transparent. It sounds like we're kind of sort of going remote, but not fully remote. It's going to be as pared down as possible.
Bingo. Ooh, more slang. Yes, exactly. Yes, which is slang for exactly. You're right.
Well, that was transparent. I can't take a lot of credit for that one. Well, that wasn't very challenging.
You know what? I think you just got 100 out of 6. Yeah, points.
I'm on it today. I'm all over it today.
Well, and speaking of business slang, we did get a lot of emails asking us business expressions. So let's get to it. From Aaron from Louisiana. Why do Americans use the expression to be a cash cow in business? And what does it really mean?
Good question.
Good question. Okay.
Can I take a stab at this?
Take a stab at it. Good slang. Good slang.
I'm going to say that at one time somewhere cows were very expensive and lucrative to have on your farm. They give milk. You could slaughter them and get meat for the year. So a cash cow, meaning that there was money in that cow.
Yes, and you're kind of half right. And you could be all right, but it actually originated from the dairy industry. A cow that gives a lot of milk produces a lot of money.
Generates a lot of cash.
Exactly.
Cash cow.
And that is why Jack, as you may recall from Jack and the Beanstalk, he sold his cash cow, for beans. I'm just saying.
Well, thank you for referencing Jack and the Beanstalk there, David.
That's why I'm here. That's what I do. Well, thank you, Aaron, from Louisiana for that question, and Sophia from Italy. From Italy,
Oh,
buongiorno, Sophia.
Sophia.
Love that name.
Buongiorno.
I love that name because of Sophia Loren. Loren. What does it mean to get called on the carpet? Aha.
We meant get called on the carpet?
To get called on the carpet. Wow, I just got called on the carpet by the boss.
I'm going to admit something here. I'm going to be completely
transparent
here. I have never heard this expression.
I have actually heard of it. To get called on the carpet. It means to get called into the boss's office.
Oh,
to get in trouble. Wow. I just got called on the carpet.
Could you use this in school when you get called in the principal's office?
Yes, you could. Yeah. It's for anybody who is a superior who calls you into their office. Because usually, I guess in the boss's office, there'd be a nice rug or something, or the office is so pretty it has a carpet. Maybe that's where it comes from.
I'm just surprised because I'm pretty familiar with slang. I probably don't know every single idiomatic expression in the world, but
and it's very business
familiar with American slang. But wow, called on the carpet.
Get called on the carpet.
Okay, I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it or lose it.
That's right. That's interesting. Because then I'm going to move forward to something. I can't believe you just said that, because Henry from Greece just asked this question: what is meant by "you snooze, you lose"? Because it's like what you just said, it's part of our rhyming slang, because we have a lot of rhyming slang in English. So first, we'll talk about that.
Don't sleep on the job. You're going to miss out if you are not paying attention.
You snooze, you lose. Exactly. And we also have things, other expressions like meet and greet, shop till you drop. What else do we have? Walk the talk. So we have a lot of rhyming slang for sure. So it's interesting you were talking about rhyming slang, and there was Henry from Greece asking the question. Okay, Isabel from Spain. Someone at work was talking about another employee who flies by the seat of his pants. To fly by the seat of your pants. Have you heard that one?
Yeah, okay. Oh, of course. Yes, okay. I've heard of this one.
So is that a good thing or bad thing? If you have an employee who is flying by the seat of his or her pants, is that good or bad?
Well, it has to do with spontaneity. Really no plans. That could be great. That could be very exciting. It could also have consequences.
Right, because like no experience, no strategy. You're really flying by the seat of your pants. Don't you think you should put a strategy together? So it comes from pilots. Meh. But it does come from pilots, where the instruments sometimes would stop working, and they'd have to literally fly by the seat of their pants.
Wow.
They'd be like just squirming, hoping and praying, please don't crash. So that's to fly by the seat of your pants. And that was from Isabel from Spain. Thank you. Gracias.
Thank you, Isabel.
Isabel.
Good question.
Oliver from Montana. Oh, I love Montana.
Oh, Montana.
Oh, that is the most beautiful place on the planet.
Didn't they just spot Montana was in the news this week because they spotted that spy balloon?
The balloon. Is that now over Montana? That's right.
See, that's not a spy balloon. It's just a weather balloon.
It's just a weather balloon.
Flew off course.
That's all it is. Just a weather balloon that's hovering and taking pictures. And she says, oh, this is good. I've heard. Okay, Monica, we'll just see how cool you are. I've heard CEO used in and out of business. So what is a CEO exactly?
Oh, wow. That's a really good question. Let me try to guess. Let's see.
Okay, a CEO.
CEO.
Of a business. The CEO of a business.
Captain of the employment organization.
Well, you're so close.
Chairman of...
Or chief executive officer. CEO.
Chief executive officer,
and now what teens are saying now is, wow, you are the CEO of something you're really good at. So if you're really good
at just use CEO so much that we don't even know what it stands for.
Yeah, right. But teens will say now, like, you're the CEO of video games. You're the CEO of teaching. You're the best at it. So it means you're like the GOAT, GOAT, greatest of all time. That's the CEO. And we have a lot of acronyms in business. One of my favorite sentences is, and I think I may have run this by you once before. I love acronyms. Get me a BLT and an OJ for the VP ASAP, okay?
Oh, get me a bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwich and an orange juice for the, say the last part again.
For the VP.
For the vice president.
ASAP, okay?
As soon as possible.
And isn't that interesting to me? ASAP means right now, but as soon as possible means as soon as possible. It seems like ASAP is faster, more urgent.
You know what? When I want to sound like, well, I don't ever want to sound like a jerk, but if I'm not watching my P's and Q's, I'll just put ASAP. But if I'm thinking about it in an email, I'll actually write it out. And for some reason, it makes me feel that I'm not being such a jerk. For me, ASAP just means drop whatever you're doing and do this now. But if I actually say as soon as possible, for some reason, because I actually wrote out all the words, it doesn't have such an edge to it.
Right. Doesn't sound as urgent. And by the way, Monica, I have to back up. You said you have to watch your P's and Q's.
Yep.
And do you know where that comes from? That means you have to be very careful. I have to really be careful what I say and what I do. I have to watch my P's and Q's. Where does that come from?
P's and Q's. I have to watch my
P's and Q's. So like you were saying before, some of our slang we use so often and so normally, we don't even think about where it comes from. And I don't think most people even know.
I don't know what P's and Q's stand for.
Well, if you were at a bar drinking, maybe you would. Your pints
and quarts.
Your pints and quarts. Mind your pints and quarts.
You have to watch your pints and quarts.
Or in your case, your gallons and
quart of vodka.
Your gallons and tonnage. Okay, well, that's a good question.
You may not walk out.
See what Oliver from Montana just caused. We just totally derailed. Okay, we've almost got the last one. Oh, this is the last one. A lot more are coming in, but this is all we have time for right now.
From talking about office stuff to bars.
Yeah, we always go to food somehow.
That happened really fast, didn't it?
Oh, we always talk about food.
Lickety split right off the bat.
Lickety split right off the bat. Go to our website. We'll put all these slang words in here that Monica keeps on spewing out. Okay, Kim from Korea is asking, what is a bigwig?
What is a what?
A bigwig.
A bigwig. Oh, a bigwig.
A bigwig.
Someone very important, like a CEO.
Like a CEO. And why do we say bigwig? Why a bigwig?
Why a bigwig? Well, probably because maybe back in England, all the lawyers wear wigs. All the wealthy people, the kings wore wigs.
Very good. That's it.
Especially the French. The French, King Louis, he wore huge wigs, right?
Yeah, I always wondered, like, in some countries or cities where it's humid and hot, and you got to wear these big wigs. And back then, there was no air conditioning, so you would just be sweating up a storm underneath those wigs. So, not so pretty.
Also making my head itchy.
I know, right? Me too. I took my hind paw and just scratch. Well, on that note, we do hope that during this week, you don't snooze and lose any opportunities, that you become a bigwig in your company, if that's what you want to do. I'm trying to throw every kind of slang I can possibly think of. What else did we say? Oh, I hope
become a CEO this week. We hope you become a CEO this week.
And find your cash cow.
And find your cash cow.
So there you go. We want to thank you, as always, for spending your time with us. And if you want to learn more about slang and idioms and speak the way Monica and I do, please, we have what you need. Go to slangman.com. You can check out all my books and hear the audio programs and watch the videos.
We look forward to meeting with you again, chilling out, hanging out, as we take another deep dive into the ever-growing, everlasting, ever
changing off the top of my head. world of slang. And Monica and I look forward to slinging
The slang.
Let's try it together. We look forward to slinging
Slinging
the
the
slang
slang.
with you next week. We'll see you then. Thanks for joining us. Till then.
Ever changing, ever growing, ever changing.
Now she gets it.